Thank you so much for sticking with us. Now, today was a big day at the State House. That is because lawmakers returned to the State House today to decide whether or not to fund millions of dollars in projects that Governor Henry McMaster wanted out of the state's budget.
News 19's Becky Buds breaks down which projects made it through and which ones didn't.
Lawmakers were back at work Tuesday to vote on local projects that Governor Henry McMaster rejected from the state budget. The governor issued 73 vetoes, totaling $53 million from the legislator's $14 billion spending plan. Many of those vetoes were overridden, meaning those projects get their funding. Some of those locally include $100,000 for the Department of Parks and Recreation and Tourism for the Township Auditorium and $350,000 for the Columbia Museum of Art. Lawmakers also approved $7 million for a cultural welcome center in Orangeburg and $500,000 to improve the stadium at Somerville High School near Charleston. One of those that didn't make the cut, a project to bring a $25 million quantum supercomputer to Columbia.
There's lots of things I could think of to spend $25 million on in South Carolina. A quantum supercomputer is not one of them. It's not anywhere on the list. We have to be careful with taxpayer money, and this is a prime example of, I think, where we could use a little more carefulness.
But lawmakers upheld a veto toward creating a committee to, quote, help enact an environmental justice policy of the Biden administration.
Sustaining this veto is allowing South Carolina to miss out on hundreds of millions of dollars.
A $600,000 earmark for a Greenville nonprofit and $1.5 million for a video game learning tool for schools were among other projects that didn't get their funding. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
Well, the budget, which takes effect on July 1st, does set aside $1 billion for tax rebates and $600 million for tax cuts. It also raises the minimum salary for teachers to $40,000 and puts $1 billion towards road repair and expansion.